Let me tell you this, let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss, still burning, didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile, it's impossible, not melting.
Good morning guys, and welcome to the very first vlog of 2021. Welcome to 2021 guys. I hope you had a good new year. Ours was very quiet, probably like most people. It's just me and Mike. I got really dressed up, as you will see in the makeup video that hopefully is up now. Had a disaster with that, trying to upload that. That video should have been uploaded by New Year's Eve, obviously. And the internet here is so shocking at the minute that it's only just gone up now, or it will be going up now when really annoying, really sorry. But hopefully you can use it for next New Year or your next party. It's a purple glitter smoky eye using the Naked Ultraviolet palette that I got for Christmas, and it's also a what I got for Christmas video showing you all the lovely new makeup I got, which is really nice. I was very lucky for what I got for Christmas. So it's been a bit of a strange start to the year really. We're in tier 4 here and have been since Boxing Day. We managed to get out on Christmas Day for Mum's birthday to the pub we were going out for dinner, which was really nice that they didn't cancel that. And then on Boxing Day we went into tier 4 and that's where we are now. So New Year was very strange, very quiet. We toasted at midnight and then we went to bed. But we did get all dressed up, so I called it sequins and slippers. So I haven't made any New Year's resolutions. I just want it to be a better, healthy, happy year for us all. And to make it through uni really. And for us all to be safe. So on that subject, so I got really sick over Christmas. Just before Christmas, I got the startings of my usual chest infection. So anybody that's new here, I've got an immune disease that means I get frequent pneumonias and kidney infections and other things. Roughly every 4 to 6 weeks I need to have either IV antibiotics in hospital or lots and lots of antibiotics and steroids and things at home. Because I've got no immune system to fight it off. So I had quite a long course of antibiotics over Christmas, which just made me feel not great, pretty yucky. So that put a bit of a downer on it. But I started feeling a bit better. And then 2 days ago, my glands all came up. I've got this worst headache. I've got a really sore throat. I'm hoping that it's just seasonal, but I've got a bit of a cough as well. So they've advised, because I was on antibiotics before Christmas, that I need to do a test for COVID. So we both ordered our test and did that yesterday. So we're just waiting on the results. Pretty sure that, obviously they weren't testing in March when I got really poorly, but my consultant's about 98% sure that I had from this one of the samples that I had to do and one of the tests that I had COVID pneumonia. Of course there is always the small chance that it was just a very bad pneumonia of my normal kind, because I get pneumonia on average every let's say every 8 weeks at this moment in time throughout the year. And a lot of the bugs that I get, like Pseudomonas and E. coli in my kidneys, are drug resistant now to antibiotics. But then that's when I have to go into hospital and have the big stuff like gentamicin and things, which does usually work still, which is good. So that's where we are now. We've started off 2021 in tier 4 and waiting for a COVID test. So that's interesting. I haven't been back to work. I haven't had any work since the 17th of December. And I don't have any shifts booked until the kind of end of January. So that's a blessing in disguise, I suppose. We're waiting to see if my birthday trip to Italy, to Rome, can go ahead. It's looking unlikely, but we're still holding out hope, because you've got to have something to look forward to, because pretty much everything on the, our trip to Kent for Christmas got cancelled. Our anniversary on the 29th, I will do a vlog on that because we did film some bits. It was a lovely day, our anniversary, so 8 years married to my lovely Mike. On the 29th of December. We had a very quiet day, had a little M&S dinner, and then we went down the beach at sunset with a bottle of champagne and toasted, but it was so cold we only had the one glass, and then we came back home. But all in all it was actually a very nice day. But we're supposed to be going to Hampton Court to go ice skating as a gift from my brother and sister-in-law, and to stay in a hotel, and then on to London, spend New Year's Eve with them. So pretty much everything that I was looking forward to last year got cancelled. So all in all, I'm really hoping that Rome does go ahead. But in the meantime, as well as waiting for my COVID test result, I don't think it is COVID. I think it's probably just a seasonal. I think I've got very cold, and I think it's probably more like a flu. So I'm still waiting for my jab. I'm classed as extremely vulnerable, extremely clinically vulnerable. So I've just received a letter in the post from the government saying that I should, the one I got for the last lockdown said, we advise that you should stay at home as much as you can, but if you need to go out for work, you should. This one is more like the one from the first lockdown where I had to shield for 25 weeks, because this one says you shouldn't go out at all, not even for exercise, and you should not be going to work, which is very difficult when your work is in a hospital or a clinical setting, which mine is. But I don't have any shifts for a while, so we'll just have to, I think they're going to update things on the 16th, the government guidelines, so we'll just see how that goes. So it's all up in the air at the minute, great way to start the year. And also, my 4 essays that were due before Christmas, obviously then I got poorly with pneumonia, so I did do a lot of reading over Christmas, but I couldn't physically sit in the chair and work on them, typing wise, just because I couldn't really seem to sit up straight the way my chest was hurting, so I had to read in bed a lot and things like that. So I did a lot of the research and reading for them, but I'm still so far behind, and luckily I'm not the only one. There's you know, there's a couple of us, and me and my friend Jess are in the same boat, which is, you know, it's not nice, but it's nice to have somebody who's going through it with you. And I know it must seem like I'm the worst student, and please don't judge me, because I really tried really hard to get those done. But for other students, like being a mature student, having a family, having kids, having a husband, having a house, having to work to support yourself financially, as with many students, I'm sure, with the job aspect, it's really hard not to let that interfere with the hours that you need to do for uni. However, I'm sure most people understand the student loan is not enough to pay your bills, especially when you have a house and established bills as a nearly 38-year-old person in a family. So yeah, I have to work and try and find the balance. But obviously you're not supposed to work because uni is full-time. It really is full-time. I know people think it's really dead easy, but it's really not. If you want to get the work done and get a good mark, then you need to be just doing that, but you also need to pay your bills. So it's trying to find a balance. But so I haven't taken any shifts for January until the end of January, but obviously where I'm not well, that's kind of worked out well. But I basically still have the 4 essays to get done, and they're due on the 7th. So today is I'm in that weird bit after Christmas where you just still don't know what the date is. I mean, let's face it, I hardly ever know what the date is anyway, but yeah, it's Sunday the 3rd of January, so happy 3rd of January 2021. So basically I still have 4 essays to get done between today and Thursday, which is really, really scary now I've said it out loud. So I have some toast to eat. I need to drink my cup of tea, eat my toast, and it's a really cold day, so I need to wrap up warm, get into my study and try and get this done. I'm under no illusion that they are going to be fantastic pieces of work. And I've been really hard on myself over Christmas, thinking I've really let myself down. But do you know what? It is what it is. Like, I'm never going to get better. These infections, so many people say to me, oh no, not pneumonia again. Well, unfortunately, that is just the case with me. I'm going to keep getting them. And they do tend to pop up when I'm stressed, or my immune system's even more compromised through being, I can't think of the word, run down. You know, so always at the end of a term or end of year. So it's funny how people seem to think that they coincide with that, but they do coincide with that, because I'm run down, I'm stressed, I get sick. That is the reality of my condition. You know, I've got very damaged lungs and a lung disease now called bronchiectasis from having so many pneumonias and chest infections. I've got damaged kidneys from having so many kidney infections. So when my system gets overwhelmed with infection, I get very, very sick. I usually end up in hospital for a couple of weeks. Through COVID, my amazing consultant team in immunology, nephrology and cardiology and thoracic team. They have been really great at keeping me at home and treating me at home. So I'm very lucky in that sense, and that, touch wood, the antibiotics have helped so far. And through the last COVID situation, I was on antivirals and had dexamethasone and endless courses of steroids, which is why I put on so much weight. And at last count, probably about 40 courses of antibiotics, I think, last year. So, and I know people have their individual feelings on antibiotics, but you have to understand you shouldn't take them willy-nilly. But if you have no immune system, what could be a flu for you could become a very serious infection for me that could take over my body and kill me, effectively. So unfortunately, antibiotics are a way of life for me, and they are the reason that my life continues most of the time. So you know, we're just sitting here hoping and praying to get the jab. I don't think I'm suitable to have the Pfizer vaccine because A, we're trying for a family, and B, I've had quite severe reactions to latex and certain medications in the past, so I don't think they'll let me have the Pfizer vaccine, which I just think is why I haven't been called from it, because I should be in one of the top groups really for getting it. I think they're waiting to give me the Oxford vaccine, so hoping and praying for that. If you're an anti-vaxxer, please, it is your absolute right to have your opinion on the vaccine, and it's my absolute right to say that I'm so hopeful and I will be first in that queue as soon as I can get it, because it is how I'm going to get back to normal. Because at the minute, uni's not going back in person. I don't even know if I'll get back in person until after Easter, if that. I don't know. It's really depressing. I'm going to be starting my modules on the 11th, brand new modules that I chose that I'm really excited about, online, and meeting tutors online. It's just such a weird scenario. I have 3 hours of contact, 3 hours of contact. Is that the right way to say it? 3 hours of contact teaching, basically. The rest is all online. I don't learn very well like that, which I suspect is why I did so badly at the end of last term. I need that social environment. I need the people around me. It kind of G's me up, and it really pushes me along and keeps me going, and it just really helps. Being in social circles helps a lot of people, I'm sure, and I'm sure that it's affected most people throughout COVID, the lack of being around people and things like that. So, but anyway, I do really want to get these essays done, so that is my plan. My plan is to go up and make a plan and then start, and I need to get at least one finished today. I need to get one finished today. Scared. I'm really scared now that I'm not going to get it done. Okay, let's do this. Essay crisis. Here we go. Good morning, guys. So it is now Monday morning. It is the 4th. The essays are due on the 7th. So this one is so close to being finished. Just need to finish typing it up, and then it will need a bit of cutting back and the bibliography doing, but I kind of want to get it done. But I also need to start number 2 essay today. So I'm going to give myself an hour. It is now 9:43, so I'm going to give myself till 11:45 to do that. So, well, at least start that, and then maybe if I can get the bulk of it done, I can go back to it later and start the other one. But yes, that's my plan for today. So, hello and welcome to another day of essay crisis. Okay, I've got Ravenclaw Common Room going on, and I'm ready to start. So basically this is me doing an essay plan, lots and lots of reading from journals and books, and highlighting. I really like to highlight. Hey guys, so it is now 9:30 at night, and I have been going since about 10 o'clock this morning, so almost 12 long hours so far. But I have written in longhand, as always, my essay that I was talking about this morning. So the question for this essay is, and this is for Culture and Society, Medieval Culture and Society. Assess the ways in which historians might be able to examine the position and experience of women in late medieval England. And that was for Culture and Society in late medieval England. So that was my question. So top tip, I always, when I'm writing an essay, pop it on a post-it note and pop it on the wall right in front of me so I can keep looking up and re-referencing that question in the essay, going back to that point. So I've done that. So top tips from my lecture for this one were: focus on the question, refer back to the question, don't put the answer into the intro, don't tell them what your conclusion, what you found in the intro, because she'll stop reading, and because you've already said the conclusion, so why would she read the rest? So this is the question, this is what it means, this is how I'm going to explore it. Conclusion, get to the point, which is fairly self-explanatory, isn't it? But yeah, so now I need to do the arduous task of putting it all together and typing it up, which I would really like to have done in about an hour to 2 hours time, because tomorrow I need to start essay number 2 of 4 and smash that out tomorrow, aiming for 1 a day. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start typing and putting it together. So as I'm using my computer, I'm now switching to my mobile phone, and I'm going to be using Ambient Worlds, which I have told you about. I love these guys on YouTube at the minute. Yeah, so I'm watching Ambient Worlds, and at the minute I'm liking The Elder Scrolls Music and Ambience, 8 hours, 4 peaceful scenes. I think this is the right one. Really beautiful scene to watch and relaxing music to work to. Lots of Harry Potter on here and Lord of the Rings and stuff, so I really like it. Most often listen to the Ravenclaw Common Room. But yeah, I like all of it. Slytherin Common Room is really nice for night time, so I'm putting that on now. And there it is, guys. Slightly over the word count, but hopefully they can forgive me for that, because I don't know if I can get it down anymore. But there we go. It is done. Culture and Society assignment 2 done. Yay! 1 down! So I'm going to upload that in a minute. I'm going to check through it one last time and then upload it. Basically, things are not going to plan. I'll tell you about that after I've uploaded this one. But okay, so let's check through it, and that's 1 down. I've just cleaned up my books, but the scenario, all of these books are here. Yeah. Good morning, guys. It's like 20 past 10 and it is my first seminar and lecture of the day. So today is practicing history, so we're getting ready for our dissertations. We've got to choose our topics. It's very exciting but very scary. So that's what I'm doing this morning. Dissertations! So that was a really good online seminar. So there was almost like 83 people in the class or something. That was like a record for us. So basically it was a really good opportunity to have a think about and discuss where we're going for our dissertation. So I really need to start thinking now. And we have to have like our proposal, a research proposal idea in by the end of January, which is like, wow, I didn't think it was going to be that soon, but yeah, so it's here already. So those that are in their first year thinking it's well off. It is, but like it sneaks up on you, so prepare. Start thinking about your ideas as soon as you can. And the rest of the lectures are online. So I need to prepare for next week. I need to finish these essays, and right now I have a Teams call with one of my university lecturers about sort of helping me with supporting me with study at the minute while I'm not very well. In my experience, asking for help is hard to do, but once you do it, it's a brave step, and when you do it, it really does get you what you need, and in the sense of there's no point trying to struggle on. You know, if you need help, you need to ask for it, and it usually seems to work. So that's what we're going to do now. So, because I'm floundering a bit, I'm really struggling. So, also waiting for the GP to call me back about what antibiotics I can have next. So we shall see. What's the new flavour of tablets today? Yeah, what's the new antibiotic? So it's much later now. So my meeting went really well. So I'm just trying to read so I can finish writing the 2 questions for this essay. So I'm reading about Gerald of Wales and the remonstrances, the remonstrance of the Irish princes, 1317. So Henry II, Pope Adrian. It's about 8:30. So Mike got me a Wagamama's for tea, which was really nice. Which it's always Wagamama's like chicken ramen to me feels like not quite like a takeaway, so you don't feel as bad. Whereas if it was a Chinese, you'd be like, oh. But yeah, it was nice to not have to cook and have a sort of cheeky takeaway. Yeah, I would say my method is to just do my essay plan and then read a lot, probably too much, journals and books, and highlight and make notes, and sort of highlight any points that are in citations in different colours. Every mum or mature student, or most students, will have the same situation, I suppose. But living with other people definitely adds to it. So you come downstairs first thing in the morning, and the first thing you are usually faced with, before you even think about classes or lectures or anything like that, is dishes. Just breakfast ones and from making lunches and stuff, but they need to go on. Breakfast things need putting away. I have tried to be extra prepared this semester, so I'm trying to utilise my slow cooker. So I have made, or started off, a casserole stew, a bit of an Irish stew there, chicken stew, for tonight, so that saves me a bit of time so I can keep studying. Breakfast made, bit of Marmite on toast, nice. This is a cup of ambition, yeah, that's the plan, but we'll see. So basically I need to sort that mess. Also I've just folded the washing, that needs to go up and go away. New stationery arrived, so excited about that. This pile needs steaming at some point and then hanging up and putting away, and I should probably hang up the washing that has just finished in the washing machine. So before, it's already 10 o'clock, and before I even get to think about academic stuff, I have to do house stuff, which everybody has to do. It's not just being a mature student thing, I totally recognise that, but when you have kids or more people living in your house, like husbands, that tend to leave uniform everywhere. So yeah, there's always things to do first thing in the morning, which I tend to get done now before then. If I can get them out of the way, then I can focus on uni stuff. So let's do that. Okay, so I've just made me a bowl of the stew that was in the slow cooker. Mike has some chilli that was left over from the other night mixed with some couscous. So these are proper studenty meals, but really utilising the slow cooker on days where I've got full uni. And I've just made us a roll each because I don't think dinner's going to be till quite late tonight. Lunch done, dishes on, run upstairs, put some makeup on to make myself presentable for on-camera Teams seminar. Hey guys, so yeah, my seminar went really well this afternoon. So again, starting a new module, focusing on the urban side of early modern cities. Yeah, so that was my option B this afternoon. So that was the urban history of Europe from the Black Death to... So it's the urban history from the Black Death onwards, basically. So it's lots of stuff like cities and the market of ideas, social structures, work and poverty in pre-modern European city, urban trade and commerce, disasters and crisis in pre-modern European city, gender and sexuality in the pre-modern European city. So yeah, it's a module that I'm really excited for, actually. And I think it's got links to other stuff that I've really enjoyed, like the Black Death and plagues and past pandemics. Just because of its links to disease is something that I'm really interested in with my past medical background. So it was another, you know what intro modules are like, they're just a lot of housekeeping really, and admin, so just figuring out what to do. Got my Talis list, which is my book list, printed off, so I need to start looking at getting some more books, but some books arrived from Amazon today, which I'll probably show you tomorrow. So I think I'll make this a couple of days, like a couple of days in the life type thing. I'll show you the books tomorrow. So we had dinner as soon as Mike got home, and for the last couple of hours I've been back up in my study. So I have got, as always, something nice on YouTube. This one is to listen to, The Elder Scrolls Skyrim Winter Storms music. It's very nice. And that is by Ambient Worlds again. They are amazing. Now getting ready to do question number 2, which is choose a topic that you studied in your degree. How does decolonising history change our understanding of the subject you have studied? So I've got myself some reading to do, which is also another interesting subject. It's about 8:30 at night. On a normal weeknight I would probably keep studying till about 10, have a bath and go to bed, but as I've got this essay to finish writing, it might be a bit of a late one, so we shall see. But yes, I'm going to put my music back on and read these journal articles. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a long day, but a good day. Probably finish up with some housework in a bit after I've done this reading. Go put the dishwasher on, make sure the house is ready for breakfast in the morning, that sort of thing really. And then hopefully get a fairly early night because I'm not sleeping well at the minute. I need to get some new antibiotics tomorrow, see where we go from there. But I've got some reading to do, so it's a start. So I shall see you in a bit. Hey guys, so it is Sunday, the 10th of January, which is 2021, which is my brother's birthday. Happy 36th birthday, Stevie. Love you. Obviously we can't be together today, which is really, really sad. I'm really missing him. So I was not very well yesterday, so mostly tried to get stuff done and didn't get very much done. The antibiotics are now kicking in. I think my chest is feeling a bit better, but they're just making me feel not very great and pretty grotty. At the same time, I still have a temperature of between 39 and 40 most of the day. So that is the worst thing, because it just feels like it's burning through me, and I've got a headache all day long. So I think I'm going to need some more antibiotics this week, but it's Sunday and I'm trying to get another essay done. So this one is a portfolio response. This one is a portfolio response, so it's 2,500 words. It's critical responses to 3 or 4 module seminar questions that I have to choose. So the first one I'm working on is question 1, is the study of history more an art or a science? So I think mostly my answer is going to be it can be both. So now I'm trying to go through masses of articles to find some things I can cite and reference and examples of. So one thing I'm looking at is the connection between history and science. So I'm looking at medieval DNA for the Black Death, and that's sort of advancing things. So hopefully I'm going to show that humanities and sciences can hold hands, and they can each support and influence each other by adopting each other's practices and approaches to research and reinterpreting evidence. Basically, that's going to be my point. Might not be right, but that's my point. So I'm going to try and get on with that. As always when I'm studying, I've got a little bit of YouTube on in the background. This is Ambient Worlds again, and it is Harry Potter, and it is Shell Cottage, which is so relaxing to listen to. Listen to this. It's really nice to have on in the background. So that is the situation at the minute. That's where I'm at. But I'm writing, so yay! Okay, so half an hour in and we have got 300 words, the title, the question and the introduction. So, okay, now time to actually start some paragraphs. And it's now 10 o'clock at night. Yay! I really envy these people that can write essays in like 4 hours. That is not me. I'm not feeling very well. I've got a temperature, I've got a sore throat, and I'm really, really tired. And I've been doing this for 12 hours now. It's a subject I really enjoy, and it's a question that I'm really excited about, but I'm not going to lie, I'm really struggling. But it is now midnight, so I need to make the decision. Do I keep going, or do I call it a day and get up early? Which eats into my time of doing another essay tomorrow. Having an extension, they said, yeah, but the extension was over Christmas, when you still have to fulfil all of your roles, much like medieval women, within the family and the marriage. Keeping the house clean and tidy, feeding people over Christmas, Christmassy things, wrapping presents, and oh yes, and going to work alongside having pneumonia. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a really great fun time extension. It is my own fault. There are days where I should have done some more work, but I just didn't feel well enough to do it, is the answer. So I'm going to have a bath, I think, and see if that relaxes me a bit, and then maybe try and do a bit more. We're in a really crappy situation. However, this is the current situation. These are the books that I'm probably going to be using. I think I've isolated them. Past and Letters, very cool. Women in Medieval English Society was very cool. This book was brilliant. Love this one. And this has been fabulous as well. One of my favourites, Rosemary Horrocks, is The Queen. Amazing. So if you're into gender history, queenship and medieval studies of gender and women in medieval history, I recommend these books. Now it's time for a bath, and I've put a Lush bubble bar in there. Time to relax.